I'll
is
take.
your,
Very cool.
typical is a bad word for it, but what is your typical, is your sellers, is there typical age? Is there any kind of common factor that you've seen that may not be the most common factor? But is there a factor? Is it age? Is it economics? What is the main reason for having to give up the property?
If you're talking about foreclosure, it's generally just poor money management and the economy.
Hmm.
With just sellers in general, man, it is so many things. We had a lady uh, 2 years ago. Actually, I'll always remember this deal because it was the biggest wholesale deal I've ever done. She called us from our radio ad. She owned a house here, had owned it for years and years. It was her mom's house, and it was her house, and she had married and moved to Oklahoma, and the tenant that was in it had moved out. And when I asked her the question, I said, Lisa, why are you selling this house? And she said, I don't want to drive over there every 2 weeks and cut the grass. That was her reason.
Wow.
And I bought that house for $40,000. While I had it under contract, I listed it on the MLS and we sold it for $151,000, made $100,000 on a wholesale deal. I never touched that house. I was only over there twice.
Amazing.
But
Wow.
she sold it because she didn't want to cut the grass.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy that gave us a house with $70,000 in equity. We flipped it and sold it. He had his hours cut back at the chicken processing plant. He had taken on a boarder, renting a room, and it was just too much. He wasn't behind on payments yet, but he just didn't want the stress of it. He was going to move in his camper and live out by the lake. And then, like I
Mm.
told you, Stacy, she needed a liver transplant. So, man, they're all over the map.
Hmm.
People in foreclosure is generally just poor money management in the economy.